Hi friends, I hope that everybody's doing well. I wanted to begin this by thanking everybody for all of the ways that you support the channel. I wanted to thank everybody for, all of the ways that you support the channel. The donations to the channel, purchasing personal readings, the newcomers, and also the returning customers. And even those of you, especially those of you that are viewing the YouTube channel regularly or recommending it and all of that stuff, it all in every and all ways that you guys do allows me to continue doing what I love to do. And so, yeah, I just wanted to start this off from a place of gratitude and extend mine to you guys. So thank you. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Some of you guys may be having some weird dreams that are related to the transits. Okay, we are starting off with the Tower. Let's see what this is about. Starting off with the Tower. Looks like there's a decision that's connected with this. Something that needs to be done. Something happening surprisingly, unexpectedly. The Tower can even be the disintegration of something. Ah. That's not what I expected at all. Very interesting. Somebody's coming through and sending you a message. I'm hearing you were not waiting for this, so maybe something that you didn't think was going to happen. Yeah, this is something that feels very much like it comes out of the blue. This is somebody that you have a connection with, absolutely. I wonder why this is so much of a surprise. Like, energetically, this seems like a big deal for some reason. Like, feeling very caught off guard by this message. The Knight of Wands. Your guides are saying you don't want to respond impulsively to this, okay? I don't know if these are like two different energies that are meeting or this is all coming from this person. We are going to find out in a moment. Before you do anything, regardless of what this message is, whether it's something that you feel excited about or you don't feel excited about or whatever it is, you do not want to impulsively respond. You want to ground before you do. I'm seeing this be important here. Because you may want to retort something immediately, and if you are ungrounded, you are going to want to ground your energy. Meaning, you want to be present when you respond. Okay, so if you feel like riled up in some way, too, like when something catches us off guard, we kind of go into fight, flight, freeze, fawn, etc. And so you want to wait again until you're grounded, because if you're in survival mode, even if something just catches you off guard, even if it's like a pleasant surprise, you want to wait until you feel grounded, because you want to feel like you are centered when you respond. So that is the energy that you're kind of transferring back to this person or reflecting back to this person if you're going to say something. Because you may spend some time actually thinking about this, is what I'm seeing indicated. So I am seeing the Knight of Wands be here, and I'm also looking at the Five of Swords. So this may be something that is more, I don't know, something may set you off about this for some reason. Like maybe the way that somebody responds to something. You could also just be the one that's responding. Like it could have been surprising that you sent a message to someone. It could be surprising that this person is coming through. It all just depends on what side of this you're on, essentially. But part of you may, I don't know, this seems unwelcome for some reason, this message. So you may immediately want to say something back to this person, but feeling, I'm seeing the Five of Swords here, so this would mean, and remember, energies can be reversed. Like you could have sent a message kind of out of the blue to somebody and had them respond in a way that I don't think that you would be expecting, because it looks like the person that's sending the message may be coming more from like an emotional standpoint, you know, or kind of feeling like they're being more genuine, like more in a water energy here. And the person that's receiving it, they're kind of like working on two different planes, is what I'm seeing. But you may, something about this, you may feel a type of way towards this person that's sending you the message for some reason. It looks like something has gone on here where like things are not smooth between the two of you, because to have the Five of Swords, it's kind of like there may be a feeling of there being like some sort of beef between you guys for some reason, or just like one person is not particularly open to the advances. But this kind of seems, it seems like there's history. I'm not seeing the Six of Cups yet, but it seems like there's some sort of backstory that's here already, or there's some sort of past experience that would have somebody like wanting to respond in a way. But you may catch yourself before you respond to this and be like, it wouldn't be like particularly nice to respond in this way to this person. However, that may be your like initial thought. The thing is too, is that like as we grow to understand ourselves and as we become more self-aware, you can have somebody reach out to you and have this be catching you off guard and be like, okay, so my initial reaction to this would be like, well, what do you want from me? Or like, why are you reaching out to me? Or feeling very guarded towards this person because like maybe you feel like you've been hurt or whatever it is that you want to do. And you can just observe that. You don't need to do anything with it. You can see yourself like wanting to respond this way and knowing, hey, that would be impulsive if I did this, or feeling like angry towards this person, or whatever it is that you feel. Like somebody feels a type of way towards another person is what I'm seeing. So you can feel yourself being like that and wanting to respond, or being, yeah, whatever it is that you feel towards this person. You can experience all of these things and you don't need to judge yourself for it. That also doesn't mean that you need to respond within that energy. It means that this is something that you have the ability to transmute. And the beautiful thing about this is that this is telling you where there's work to be done also. So if you have somebody coming through and saying something to you and that's triggering something for you, it's telling you like, hey, this is something that I'm still kind of hung up on and now I'm aware of that thing, you know? So this is an opportunity for you. So yeah, cast away the judgment, allow yourself to have this experience and to learn from it, while still not feeling like you immediately need to retort back to this person until you feel like you're grounded, you know? Because you really want to be thinking about, too, like, what type of energy am I emitting? Am I coming at this from a place of love, or am I creating more, like, pain and separation? Regardless of what this person did or didn't do. this definitely seems like it's related to the Mars transit. Yeah. This is just a reflection of what I was saying. When it comes to how you want to respond to this person, you want to do it from a grounded space, and you want to be thinking about the energy that you're giving off. Because once you're grounded and once you're centered, you can then communicate with this person. You're not being like stopped, even though you could do it right now if you wanted to. But what your guides are saying is that if you are able to pause and not do anything yet within this situation and kind of step back from it and be like, I'm going to prioritize grounding because I don't feel grounded. Meaning, like, if you're in a situation and you feel escalated in some way, or you don't feel safe, or you don't feel at peace, or you feel kind of like experiencing anxiety, stuff like that, or some sort of panic, or like feeling like you need to rush to do this or that, stuff like that, or feeling like animosity or anger, or things that are like negative towards this person, things that are coming from a space of fear, essentially. You want to be able to take this moment, becoming self-aware, take this moment and step back and say, how do I want to respond to this person? If I were looking at this person from a lens of love, through a lens of love, if I were looking at this person as if they were like the person that I hold most dear to me, whoever that is in your life, or as if I were responding to myself, like, what type of energy would I want to emit? Like, if this were going to be reviewed in some way, like, let me think about what I'm doing before I do it. Let me think about how that is going to affect this person. Again, regardless of what this person did or didn't do, you want to be asking yourself, like, am I handling this from a grounded space? Am I responding to this situation, or am I reacting? And how do I be like the most generous within this situation emotionally, where I'm really showing myself, look at how far I've developed emotionally. Look at how I manage my emotional experience. And look at how then I go interact with this person, how I respond to this person. And how I can be honest and clear with this person while also not being hateful towards them. You know, or like playing the victim, or having a closed heart chakra, whatever you want to call it. The thing about this is that it's not going to feel easy. It's going to feel like a challenge, but this is how we grow and this is how we develop. This is definitely part of shadow work, absolutely. Because I will say this too, with the Five of Swords, the Five of Swords is in a mindset of separation of object, of being in like some sort of dichotomy, some sort of paradigm where it's like the abuser and the victim, or like the perpetrator and the victim, or like this person is going to hurt me in some way and so I need to defend myself. The thing is that the Five of Swords isn't just about having like clean boundaries where you're coming at it from a place of compassion. The Five of Swords is being like, this person is going to take advantage of me, and so like I have to do something first before they can do something to me. You know, it's very paranoid. It's like a very it's like being caught in the neurosis of a situation, and definitely coming at it from a place of like, I've been hurt before, and like I'm not going to let this person do something to me now, you know. And so this is like something that's being retained, and it's something that it's meant to be, you're meant to be releasing this. So by you becoming aware of this, by you noticing this, it allows you to then understand, how do I transmute the energy within this situation? Where am I coming from? Where do I want to be? And how do I want to respond from this person? I can catch that my initial reaction would be this, and that to this person. But is that really like how I want to take action? And is that what I want to basically be like energetically feeding this person? Like, is that what I want my contribution to be to the world? Because as much as this person like did or didn't do whatever they did or didn't do, you're responsible for the way that you respond to this situation. So it's about like really thinking about that. because it's all your choice and it's all your control. That is what you do have control over. For some of you too, you feel like this person was offensive in some way, and so like immediately that puts up a guard for you. Again, it's going to be something you want to be mindful of, because I'm seeing this be a moment that is like determining something karmically for you, so it's something to be mindful of. It seems like you can either perpetuate a cycle here, or this is something where you can shift things with the Wheel of Fortune. And it's all going to depend on how you respond to this situation. What frequency you're responding to this from, you know? And it's that thing too where, like within your life, right? You want to be cultivating more love. However, like if you're in this situation and you respond from a place that's not love to this person, what are you telling the universe that you want within your life, you know? Like if you want love, you have to be moving from a space of love, channeling that energy. You know, like all of the things that you want to see within your life, like love and forgiveness and like peace and all of that, that's what you need to be admitting. That is how you are going to emitting. That is how you are going to connect with what you want to connect with. So you want to ask yourself about that. Like, what type of frequency am I giving off? Because that's what you're going to find yourself surrounded within. Yeah. Especially when it comes to what you're speaking out, what you're manifesting, how you're creating, what space are you creating from? Because this, again, is going to have a karmic impact on you. So you want to be thoughtful about this. You want to think about it. And if you don't feel like you're ready to respond to this situation, you don't want to respond yet. You want to wait until you feel like, you know what, I feel really good about this. I feel really confident about this. And I feel like I responded in the best way that I possibly could to this situation. And it's really going to have a big impact for you. This is going to create a very big change for you. What I'm seeing is like a lot of like stopping, a lot of pausing, a lot of thinking here, rather than kind of like pinballing within this interaction with this person. And that may also be something that's new as well, because this person may be a bit of a trigger for you, is what it looks like. And so it's about taking the time to really think about, yeah, what you have to say, what you want to be saying. I will say this too, the element of surprise definitely seems significant here. And remember too, like when you're not planning for something, it's kind of like a pop quiz that you're experiencing here. And so like that adds an element of you being caught off guard and making it even more important for you to ground your energy, for you to center, for you to extricate yourself from this and see from a higher vantage point about what you're doing, what you're going to do, how you're interacting with this person, and also the impact that that's going to have as well. Especially to have like Jupiter next to Mercury here, whatever this is that you're creating, manifesting, speaking out, it is going to be amplified. So spend the time figuring this out, prioritizing. Yeah, this is somebody that you know. Had a feeling this was not some rando. This may also kind of bring you back to the past and, again, feel a bit triggering to you because you're trying to maneuver through something that is related to the past and being brought up into the present for you. Yeah. These two energies, though, you and this person, I'm seeing you guys be in very different places, and that may be something that you're becoming more aware of. I will say this too, part of our journeys, part of us growing is also being able to like respect the process of other people, regardless of like whether we think we have an answer that could solve this person's problem or whatever. Like we could show them the light, or they're just not seeing what we're trying to show them or whatever. Part of our process is to move into a space where we're very much minding our business and allowing people to be and to have the experience that they're having, and to go on their journey and to like respect their journey, to respect their process. Because if you're still concerned with like what other people are doing and all of that, that's your work. It's not their work that they need to do. That's your work. And like, yes, it's a natural feeling to want to help those around you, but you want to be reading the room. If somebody asks you, somebody's coming up to you and they're like, I have this problem and I'm looking for an answer. Do you think that you could help me out? It's like, center stage, get up there and like give this person a whole speech about it and do your thing. But if somebody's not open to it, if somebody's not receptive, it's not the time and it's not the place to be spouting off. So yeah, it seems very much like this is allowing you to take control of a situation where it's sort of like a revisiting from maybe a similar kind of cycle that you'd experienced in the past, and now taking what you know, you get to like put a different spin on things. Whereas before it was kind of like you were just watching these things happening without really feeling, kind of like watching on TV a show happening where you don't really have any control and you're just like watching the cycles as they happen. And now you're like more of an active player within this, where you're like, it doesn't have to be like this. I can change this cycle here. I can do something differently. We don't have to just do that same thing over and over again. I'm hearing I have the opportunity to intercept. Yeah, this is a big finishing, completing of a cycle for you. This is an accomplishment. This is a graduation energy that I'm seeing for you, especially with somebody that you've been feeling like it's been like quite the struggle to be interacting with or working with. Like this may be somebody that it felt hard to work with because you wouldn't have felt like you were necessarily like supported in the way that you wanted to be by this person, or maybe you weren't like perceived. It can be a situation, example wise, it can be a situation where I don't know, like you just out of the kindness of your heart, like hold the door open for this person and they walk through, and rather than thanking you, they're like, you want something from me. That's why you were holding the door open for me, and blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, I feel like they're not really seeing that I was just doing that to be like nice or kindness, or because I'd want somebody to open the door for me, you know, or hold it. And so like you may have gone through something with this person where it was hard because of like how much they were projecting onto you, and needing to like find your own understanding of self, and to not take on the projected energy from this person. And remember, energies can be reversed. You could have been doing this to somebody else. Until we become self-aware and we open our hearts up, we do continue projecting onto other people without realizing it. It's just part of the subconscious interplay. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of potential growth here for you, and a lot of moving through this process and changing things and not having to repeat the same thing, for a greater sense of awareness and understanding now. I'm looking at Mars, Jupiter, Mercury, and Saturn. All right, my friends, we're going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.